Diablos taking on Deshaun Watson and the Detroit Lions.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions and the Mexico City Diablos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway from Mexico City. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
The numbers on the ground for Lynch a week ago. 16 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well. Mahomes going to throw.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This to Graham on the short pass. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Shoves him aside. Breaks through the contact. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. A give to Lynch from the shotgun. A nice little juke. And now running right through him. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his neck.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Diablos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a first down throw, Watson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Teron Harmon right there on the coverage. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think of.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now it's Watson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Yeah, Sanders now to return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. In motion left here, Sanders. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll try the middle with Lynch. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Diablos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. 21 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
Throwing on third down, Watson. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And they'll send out their punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the end zone, Watson. Flush to his right. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Now 3rd down and 7. To throw is Watson. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fast footwork by Sanders. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
They go to Lynch on the toss left. Stiff-armed him. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run with Lynch. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Diablos take a 3-touchdown lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They run over center with Martin. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Again, it's Martin. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Holt. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hill going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyreek Hill, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle, it's Lynch. And some room to maneuver. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 85 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This is Lynch on the draw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Diablos are able to widen their advantage. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
I give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Tucker with the extra point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And Detroit back in possession of the football. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Throw left side is intercepted. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And here back onto the field comes Jimmy Graham. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Working from the gun, Mahomes. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Mahomes. They set up the screen to Lynch. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Diablos continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Back to throw, Watson. They set up the screen to Martin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and the Panthers are out in front as they play the 2nd quarter. Britton Brown has thrown a touchdown pass. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium, and they've got the lead over the visiting.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. On 1st down, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Holt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fake of the jet sweep, and now play action for Watson. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Martin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now a give, running right is Lynch. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll set up to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. They go up the middle with Lynch. A little juke. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he stays up. And he's able. Sanders in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. 2nd and goal from the 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Diablos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Watson. Looking left side. And the ball is knocked out. But it looks like one. And now off to the races down the right side.
Down the right sideline.
And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On second down, here's Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception.
And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
Snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain. Sam in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
An inside run with Lynch. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Diablos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. kicker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
And the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Second and short now following the fumble. Gibbs straight ahead, and they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now Watson.
Throw left side complete.
That's Simpson.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Mexico City. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the... And he's free going down the left left side. It's a foot race. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 156 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Lynch running the counter. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 1st down, the run with Lynch. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 183 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, You're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Bettis again, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a one-yard touchdown run, and the Diablos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Back to throw. Watson. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Watson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Lions on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Watson.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
Oh, look at the juke.